if I can say one thing about like Oregon, it's been, even though it's been raining, it's beautiful. Everywhere in Oregon is beautiful. At least on the highway. I've been going down Highway 101. It's a bit more of a scenic highway than if you're going down the I-5. But coastal Oregon is gorgeous. Even when it's raining, which is a lot of the time, I really enjoy, or I have really enjoyed Oregon, especially for the scenery and the people. Car speeds at this part of the road seem too high for hitchhiking. Yeah, so like I've said, I look for 3 things in a hitchhiking spot. I'll show you the spot. I look for a long line of sight, so that's a pretty straight stretch of road, so that's good. I look for a wide shoulder. This is actually a really wide shoulder here. And the third thing is I look for is slow traffic. It's rare to get all 3. And right now the cars are going pretty fast. I don't know what the speed limit is here, around 50 miles an hour. So it's a little fast, but I checked off the other 2 that I look for. Wide shoulder and long line of sight, so they have enough time to see me, like 10 seconds way down that road. See me, and they have time to make that decision where they can safely pull over at a higher speed. So yes, it's not ideal, but if you hitchhike, you're gonna have to hitchhike in some spots that aren't perfect because you have to deal with what the road throws at you. It's rare that you get a perfect spot. Sometimes you do, but usually you don't. Where did you stay last night? In a park near Coos Bay. This one guy I met at McDonald's who worked there, he drove me around, gave me a tour of town. We checked out the beach there, got some burgers, and then he drove me to a spot where he thought it'd be a good idea, a good spot to camp. And it was, and it was the first night it didn't rain. It didn't rain on me. I was so excited. The rule in life is you buy a pair of $10 sunglasses, you'll lose them as soon as you buy. Yeah. Oh, but I didn't buy those sunglasses. They were given to me. That's. Oh. I just instinctively put my thumb out, and there's a guy on a bike, so probably wasn't gonna pick me up. But my girlfriend at the time, she worked at an eyeglasses store. They sold sunglasses, and she would get free pairs just for selling a certain amount. And she already had a few pairs, so she gave me a pair of sunglasses, expensive sunglasses. So if someone gives you a pair of nice sunglasses, you're gonna use them. Have I ever been picked up by a motorcycle? No, but that would be a cool experience. I'd like to. It's just a little bit awkward with this guy. I got like 60 pounds on me. And that kind of like pulls you back if I'm sitting on the back seat of a motorcycle. So yeah, I'd like to try it. It just might be not that an awkward experience. You guys have no idea how happy I am that it's like sunny and nice out. Oh, this is great. Devontae, Spooky Bum. How's it going, man? Good to see you, my man. What's the worst weather you experience while traveling? Depends what you classify as worst weather. The coldest weather I've hitchhiked in is base temperature minus 37 degrees Celsius. And for those of you that are American, Celsius and Fahrenheit intersect at minus 40 degrees. So minus 40 Celsius is about minus 40 Fahrenheit. So minus 40 out. I can show you a picture, but everything on my face was kind of frozen. Like I was actually pretty warm because I had good gear, but like the water vapor in your breath instantly freezes onto the first thing it touches, be it your eyelashes, your face mask, your toque. so my whole like face looked all funny, frozen with a bunch of ice from my breath. That's probably the worst weather. Right around minus 40 Celsius or Fahrenheit. At that temperature, it doesn't matter what if you use either Celsius or Fahrenheit. So that's probably the worst. That was last year. Last February, I hitchhiked up to Inuvik, Northwest Territories, and Aklavik, because I worked in the outdoor industry selling outdoor gear, and I had access to some pretty good gear. So I could do it safely. I had a minus 40 sleeping bag and a 4-season tent. And I hitchhiked to the Canadian Arctic in winter, because that sounds fun, doesn't it? But I get a kick out of like traveling across or hitchhiking across places that would be deemed difficult. I've hitchhiked to the Canadian Arctic in winter. So I did some ice road hitchhiking on frozen rivers. I hitchhiked across Russia in 2015. I hitchhiked across Australia last fall, like right through the middle, through like Alice Springs and all that, because I got quite a bit of satisfaction out of completing something like that. Does your family ever worry about you while you're traveling? Do they keep in contact with me? Yeah. Like my dad, I don't know, my dad, he's just like, have at her, have fun. My mom, when I started hitchhiking, hated it. She might not like it now, but she at least appreciates it, because I've only really had good things to say about it. Because I really have had a great experience with it. And I don't know what my friends think. They're just like, oh, Trevor's going on another trip. This is the first time I've ever tried to really document it, so maybe they didn't like, they're like, Trevor's hitchhiking around, but I don't know. If they haven't done that, I guess you don't really know what that is, like what that means, what the experience is like. But everyone's been cool with it. Like my mom hated it first and asked me to not do it, but she's okay with it now. And now, like, everyone's supportive of it. Somalia next. I was gonna hitchhike through Africa last fall, but that never ended up happening. But I wouldn't go to Somalia, so. Time to walk the dog. Be safe, Trevor. Always safe. Have fun walking your dog. I'm jealous. I like dogs. I like it when I get picked up and they've got a dog in the car. Yeah, my mom watches sometimes. She has actually showed up in chat once. My stepsister watches sometimes. My stepbrother watches sometimes. And they'll show up in chat on occasion. Some of my friends from high school show up in chat. Yeah, so all in all, like, everyone's been really supportive. I love it when like people I know show up in chat. I love it when people I don't know show up in chat too. That means you found me through other means. If you like see me, like when someone drives by, like give them a wave. Usually that's either they waved at me, they gave me like a thumbs up, they gave me some hand signals like this. That means they're going a short distance, so it's not worth like pulling over, or they're telling me it's not worth being pulled over. Or they point in either direction, which means the same thing, that they're only going a short distance and they don't think it's worth stopping. So there's a few different things kind of people can tell you just through hand gestures about why they can or cannot pick you up. What kind of people usually pick you up? Well, if you're here for Steve, like that is kind of like average-ish. Like you'll get picked up by every different kind of person in existence, from like, you know, teenagers who just got their license to old grandmas that are like, oh, you remind me of my grandson. But like the average person is like kind of a guy in his middle ages to late middle ages who either used to hitchhike or used to see a lot of hitchhikers, and if they used to hitchhike, they're like returning the favor at this point. So that's kind of like the average person, is one guy by himself, and he picks me up, because he'll kind of pick up people. He won't pick up everyone, but if someone looks like they're traveling, he'll pick them up. I think probably like 15% of my rides have been girls picking me up, so not that common, but it happens. But yeah, you'll get all the different kinds of combinations. Was it 2 days ago I got picked up by 2 girls. We went for a drive, we had dinner together, skipped some rocks, then they let me stay at their Airbnb back in Yakuts, Oregon, and it was really fun. We had a great time, and at its core, like that's why I like hitchhiking, is the people you meet along the way. It's really fun. I love meeting these people from all walks of life. So that's kind of what I like about it, the social aspect. Like also the sense of adventure, like, because every day if I'm going on a long distance trip, I never know who's gonna pick me up, where they're gonna be going, what their story is, where they're gonna drop me off, how far I'm gonna make it that day. There's a whole lot of unknowns, and I like that. I like not knowing what's gonna happen. I like getting yourself into some kind of, maybe not problems, but like different situations, and having to find solutions to that and overcome problems, and like maybe it's a challenging way of traveling, but I really enjoy it. Makes getting from point A to point B more than just traveling. You know, like it's its own little adventure where there's a whole lot of unknowns. Do a backflip? What if I could, man? What if I could? Maybe one day I'll do a learning how to backflip stream. Hitch Live, day 27, learning how to backflip. Wish me luck. Have people ever picked you up with kids in the car? Yes, not that often, but it happens. I got picked up in Quebec, actually, which is the French province in Canada, for those of you that don't know. And these 2 girls, kind of early 20s, picked me up in a sedan. They were sitting in the front. Usain, thanks for following. So I got in the back, and in the back was an infant in its like child seat thing. And the thing is, I can't speak French, and these girls couldn't speak English, so these girls picked me up, placed me next to their infant child in the back seat, and then we didn't talk for 30 minutes while they drove me to like a town X number of miles away. So I thought that was weird. Like, I don't find it that weird when people pick me up with kids in the car, but that, just because I was sitting alone in the back seat with their infant child, like I would never do anything. But they don't know that. So, gotta go, Bubba. Look forward to see you soon. Yeah, you're always welcome to the stream. I love seeing you come back, or come back every couple days, check out the stream, say hi, check in. Yeah, have a great day, man. Enjoy the sun. Days like this, I don't even care, like, I could wait here for 2 hours and I'm perfectly happy. That's another thing. If you hitchhike, you have to have some level of patience. Like, you can't feel, like, irked by people driving past you not picking you up. Like, even though they've got space, even though they're going in the right direction, there's a lot of reasons why people wouldn't want to pick up a hitchhiker. And if you're going to enjoy hitchhiking, like, you just gotta have patience. You can't care that people don't want to pick you up. It's all part of the process. How many people have dogs with them? Not that many. But actually on this trip I've had a few. I think 2. Bubba had a car in his car. Bubba's in chat. He's just leaving now, or just left. He picked me up a few days ago, and he had a dog in his car. maybe 2 on the trip so far. So 2 out of 21 I've had a dog in the car so far, which isn't that much, but it's pretty common. Today I picked up a new jetpack, the thing that provides my internet, and it seems to be a whole lot more stable. So I'm extremely happy about that, because we've had a lot of problems internet-wise on the trip, and we're still going to experience some problems, because even with a better, more reliable jetpack, as they call it, there's just still dead spots. Verizon doesn't cover everywhere in America, even though it's the best network apparently. So we got a ride. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. How far is that? Recording the process of Hitch. Because it's fun, but I get not wanting your face. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Have a good one. So lost the ride because of having a camera, which I figured I'd lose about 25% of my rides that way, and that's only the 3rd ride I've lost. So this is something I knew would happen, but yeah, that's just gonna happen, and that's okay. But like I said, having this live stream and people, there wasn't a dog actually, but it said service dog on board. Having this live stream and stuff, and being able to have this chat interaction has made hitchhiking, it's something that I find really fun and something I have always enjoyed since I started doing it. But having chat here and talking and stuff like that has made it even more fun. So even though I'm going to lose a couple rides, this is still definitely worth it to me. And I get that people don't want a camera in their face, so no harm, no foul. This Jeep's pulling over. I'm not sure what he's doing though. Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. You need a ride, right?
Yeah, whereabouts you headed to?
Going down to Gold Beach.
How far is that, if you don't mind me asking? No, I'm recording the process of hitchhiking through a live stream just to show people what hitchhiking is like. Is that something you're comfortable with?
Yeah, I don't care.
You okay? Alright. Awesome.
How far
Me here? It's probably...
It's fine.
Yeah?
You can put it in the back or whatever.
It's just a big bulky thing. I don't even know. Get that thing.
Pull this up.
Does it pull that? Oh, okay. Oh, nice. That's it. Yeah, I took the ferry from Victoria, Canada to Port Angeles, Washington 9 days ago. Alright. I really appreciate you giving me a ride.
Oh, no worries.
Finally a beautiful day.
Exactly.
It's rained on me every single day.
Oh yeah, it's been pretty bad for quite a while.
Yeah. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Gary.
Trevor.
Trevor, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Depends what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing, really, yeah. If I'm only going, 4 or 5 miles, it's like, well, what's the point,
Yeah.
So.
Appreciate it.
No worries.
This is actually a live stream, so people watching live and stuff like that.
So make sure I don't say anything that doesn't need to go out, right?
Yeah. Has made it able to you can drive in Western Europe. A lot of those Western European countries are a whole lot smaller than most. the whole way. Like I've gone off it a little bit. Like some people have been like, hey, we're going to this coastal place. You want to drive through there instead? Yeah. I'll take the scenic route.
Yeah.
But yeah, go down 101 most of the way. At some point, 101 no longer is the coastal route. You have to go down the 1, don't you? In California?
You don't have to. Well,
maybe you want to go on the coast.
Yeah, it is one.
Yeah.
And there's a nice little split. It'll take you down into Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
And that's a gorgeous little road that's really wide.
Okay.
Really wide.
Yeah.
Fun to drive motorcycle.
I bet. I bet. Now, how many miles is it to where you're going in? Just before California?
Miles, I'm not sure. It's about.
Or like time-wise?
Time-wise, we're looking at about from here about an hour and a half.
Okay. Now, just because of the process of the stream and what I'm trying to show people, I try to get like several rides in a day, so I might at some town along the way I might just even though you're going to, I'd never do that in like a normal hitchhiking situation. I'm gonna take a long ride.
No, you go as far as you can go. That's what
but in this case, when there's a spot with decent connection again, just to show them more what the people you meet and stuff like that.
Well, are you more interested in dropping you off in a town?
Just because of cell network, or like the end of a town, just because of the better connection.
So there's a couple towns coming up.
Yeah.
We got Bandon coming up, which is Bandon.
Okay.
And it's only a few. So it's called. I can't remember the name of it, but they have some really great hot dogs there.
I like everything. I feel like if you travel like this, you have to not be a picky eater. Like you have to. You just. I'll eat what I can get.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll stop for a hot dog. We'll see.
I'll tell you what, it's fabulous. World famous.
World famous.
That's what the sign says at least.
Like the world famous coffee in some hole in the wall place, and it's like.
Yeah. But no, it's good because they get their meat out of Pendleton or something like that.
Out of what?
Their hot dogs out of Pendleton, which is northern.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And what they do is they skin them.
Yeah.
So they don't have that hard skin around them.
Yeah.
And then cook them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty good.
Are you gonna stop for one?
No.
No. Okay.
I ate up in Portland, but it's still full, so.
Yeah. Based off of your memory, at the end of that town, do you think there's a spot that kind of has like a wide shoulder with a decent line of sight? Kind of. I know that's a specific question that you might have known an answer to.
Not by the hot dog place.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be getting a hot dog, but I did eat just before a couple of hours.
Just south of that, a little bit further, it's called Port Orford, and it's about an hour from here.
Okay.
And there's a gorgeous bay, and a place that you can kind of film. And Battle Rock is there, where they had a huge battle between the Native Americans and the settlers.
Yeah.
And very interesting place. And
Okay.
sometimes you can see whales there if they're running. So.
Okay.
That'd be a
Good place to check it out. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't see a spot where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try hitchhiking here before then by then, yeah, that sounds like a really nice spot.
Alright. How many followers do you got?
Sorry?
How many followers do you have?
In 9 days, I've accumulated like 65 followers.
Oh, okay. You've only been 9 days, huh?
What?
9 days, huh? That's it?
9 days.
So that's not bad for hitchhiking down the coast.
Yeah, and like I haven't been in a rush the whole time, and like I stopped for like a day and a half in Coos Bay. That's right, Coos Bay. Coos Bay.
Coos Bay.
Because I was getting, I had some stuff break on me, and I lost this wide-angle lens thing. So I had some shipments sent as a general delivery to the post office there to resupply. So I've taken breaks too. I took 1 day off completely, and yeah. Like if I wanted to go fast, I'd go down the I-5 and I'd be in California in 3 days. But that's just that just wears you out. It's not enjoyable.
On freeways in
On
California.
the highways themselves, no, not at all. You'd have to be on the on-ramps or gas stations feeding them and asking people there.
Have you been down this way before?
Not since I've been an adult. When I was a kid, we drove an RV down to Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Magical place. pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
It was after they closed the park. They left it open for a couple more hours for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we had the whole park for a couple hours, and
wow.
Yeah, no lines. And
did that must cost like a small fortune to.
Well, yeah, but you know, a group of schools going to do that together.
Oh, it was several schools. Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
Well, my graduating class was 900 students too.
Okay,
so
it's a big school.
Yeah.
This is abandoned.
Abandoned. Yeah. They have a nice little old town, which is quite cute.
Yeah.
If you like that older port towns, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
It's funny that you're doing this because I've got, in fact, I'm going to school for digital film myself.
Really?
Yeah. I've got one more class and I'm done.
So you're done? Do you have plans of what you want to do with that, like freelance kind of work?
I like screenwriting.
Yep.
So I've got 3 stories out right now. I got one in the International Film Festival, the Seattle one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear something around. I've got one, I'm still waiting to hear back, see if anything comes of it. But that's like my first one, so I'm kind of thinking it's my first one. So.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool. What kind of screenwriting is it?
That was a sci-fi one. I've got a kind of a romantic comedy one that was done with. Got another one. It's not sci-fi, but I'm a huge steampunk fan.
Okay.
So it's kind of steampunkish.
Yeah. That's
coming up here is something you might want to get.
Yeah.
I'll let you know here in a minute. It's a famous fountain that they have, usually colored as well. So
okay.
people will come in and put like food dye in it or something, and they'll turn the colors. So
it's kind of cool. Those screenwriters are like very different topics.
Very,
yeah.
Very interesting. I think you're 65 people. Here it is up here.
Yeah.
It's the on the right. A nice little fountain.
Oh yeah.
It's nice when they put like bubble bath stuff in it.
Yeah, it's just
all
like foaming all over the place.
I'm surprised that the city lets them do it, although they're probably just outside the city limits. So.
Yeah.
And all the stuff, the yellow stuff, is called grouse, and it's a huge invasive species here.
Yeah, we've got that or something that looks exactly like that up in Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
They call it like broom or Scotch broom or something.
They got Scottish broom and then the grouse.
Okay.
They look very similar.
Okay, yeah.
Just the grouse is a bit darker yellow.
Yeah.
A little bit more red to it than the Scottish broom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much on every like roadside ditch is just lined with the stuff up there. So
what's nice is once you get down to the border, then you start seeing the California poppies on the side of the road and stuff, and they're absolutely gorgeous.
yeah, well, that'd be cool. Then it's spring, so they're just coming in.
Yeah, you should get some. You should get some while you're doing that.
Yeah.
So you do this for 24/7?
No, like not when I'm sleeping. I don't show people where I'm camping. I just live in a tent. I don't want that public.
Oh, come
where
on now.
where I'm sleeping. Yeah.
Over?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure one of the 65 that you got could, take a plane and come find it.
Yeah. And people ask me that, like, what's stopping someone from like knowing where you are and coming there and like killing you? I'm like, I don't know, human decency. Like, what's stopping someone from doing that anywhere?
Yeah, while you're walking down the street.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to trust people.
Yeah, a certain amount, for sure.
Yes, when you're hitchhiking, you get to meet a lot of new people.
Yeah, you'll see the full spectrum of humanity.
Yeah.
And I find it interesting and kind of exciting because whenever someone pulls over you, it's like, what's it gonna be this time? What's it gonna be like?
Well, you know what though, if they're pulling over, I think generally they're gonna be fairly decent people.
It's like, yeah, you're kind of getting a specific subset of people that, well, the people that saw a stranger on the side of the road decided to help out a complete stranger and get nothing out of it. So, like, they're a good person just based off of that. So,
back when I was young, it was a very huge stigma about people hitchhiking.
Yeah, there still is a huge stigma.
Well, yeah. I guess to me, I don't know if it's personal or whatever, but it just seems like it's kind of lessened.
Okay.
From what it used to be.
Yeah.
The early 80s.
Yeah. It was really hot, like 60s into the 70s, and then it just disappeared, it seemed. Or at least that's from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know what the big cultural difference change was. I don't know what caused that, but something changed. Reagan changed.
Reagan changed it.
Yeah, okay. Damn it, Reagan. This is actually a good way of traveling.
Not only that, I mean, saving, the environment that way by not having an extra car on the road.
Well, so many around cities, so many cities have like signs that are like carpool information, like trying to get cars off the road. All this is unorganized ride sharing, unplanned ride sharing. So, it should be a good thing.
I'm surprised more people don't stop, help people out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People grow up being told their whole life to not pick up a hitchhiker, to not hitchhike.
Don't talk to strangers.
Yeah, essentially. If you see anything about hitchhiking on the news, it's for a bad reason. Which I think is kind of the news in general. You get more views off of what's wrong in the world than what's right in the world. So, yeah. I understand why people don't, but yeah, it kind of sucks that they don't. But
are they saying? Sorry.
Right now we're in and out of connection. We were at like close to 30 viewers before, because I had decent connection where you picked me up. And then when you start having that variability, it makes for an unsmooth stream. So kind of people drop off or kind of stop watching. Then you stop somewhere and they come back.
The problem is you're going to get this whole ride down.
Yeah.
They'll come in and out. And usually towns are spaced about 25 to 30 miles apart.
Yeah.
So you're going to get... They've done a lot to improve the signal.
Yeah.
But even where I live, south of Gold Beach, about halfway between Gold Beach and Brookings, it's
okay.
A place called Crystal River.
Yep.
And I lose signal twice, maybe 3 times going that 10-mile distance.
Yeah.
So.
And it's rough because it's not just like a connection, it's streaming video connection,
yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So,
how long does it take to set back up after it loses it?
Like it's kind of automatic, but I really can't see what they can see. I just see what the camera sees here.
Yeah.
I can't hear what they hear. So sometimes when the connection's really spotty, like I'll lag in and out, and like my voice will cut in and out.
Yeah.
And so I'll say something or explain something, and then but that never actually got actual broadcast. So it can be difficult to
right
to
now,
try.
are you recording it as well, like back at home or something?
So on this platform, anything you stream, if you choose to, automatically gets saved to like a video on demand, like on the website, and then that lasts for 12 days, and then it deletes it unless you highlight it, and then it stays forever. So yeah, I've captured all 22 rides through live stream.
22 for the 9 days you've been out?
Yeah.
How many are you going to try to get today? Or obviously it's going to depend on who stops or whatever.
Yeah, it depends on who stops. I like to have at least before this, wasn't yesterday, but the day before, I had 5 rides in a day. The day before that, I had like 4. I think like 4 to 5 is kind of a fun amount of rides to have.
Was that even before, when you used to do it without streaming?
Without streaming, I still found it more fun to be in and out of cars all day and stuff like that, but I wouldn't turn down a long ride.
Yeah.
It really depends what kind of roads you're on. Like on these ones, like you said, there's towns 25 miles apart.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they made it before they had cars. That's a day's travel kind of thing. Yeah. This is kind of the traveling I like doing. But if it's spread out more, then you'll get less rides but longer rides. Where I'm from in British Columbia, I hitchhike, or where I went to school in British Columbia, Kelowna. It's like 3.5 hours to Vancouver, like the largest city in BC. And every time I hitchhike that route, I get a ride direct to Vancouver because so many people are driving to Vancouver.
Got my neighbors. One's from Vancouver, the other's from Calgary or something. Calgary, is that Vancouver?
Yeah, Calgary's one province over Alberta.
Alberta, that's
Yeah. Hey Mick GC. And Yassine. I hope the stream quality is okay. We're in and out of connection now. A few people are talking. They're saying hi.
I've been to Canada once. Back when I was a kid, my grandma was from Quebec. So I went and visited her family for a while. I haven't been back since, although I've lived 100 miles from the Canadian border for 7 years. And just never took the time to go home.
Yeah.
So.
You have your passport though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you've been to 17 countries, something like that. So you travel, yeah.
Well, I used to travel.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Now, yeah.
It's been a while. I think the last trip I took, I went to Australia, and that was 2011. So,
Oh, you went to Australia? Yeah. Whereabouts did you go?
It was just down to Sydney at that time. I used to live in Australia.
Okay. You used to live in Australia?
Yeah, I lived in just south of Brisbane.
Like Gold Coast?
Yeah.
Hey, I flew into the Gold Coast last fall.
Oh, really?
And I hitchhiked across Australia. I went up, flew to the Gold Coast, went up through Brisbane, up to, was it Rockhampton, then cut west, and like went all the way to like Alice Springs in the middle, and down south, and then west to Perth.
Nice. I love Perth. Perth was, when I was there, reminded me of San Diego, like 20 years in the past.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, Perth was a cool city.
I used to live there in 2000. I worked for a software company then, and I flew all over the country doing upgrades for the Y2K.
Yeah.
So I got to see the whole country.
Yeah, Y2K prep, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Another time.
Yeah, I lived there. I lived in England for about 4 years as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, makes you see it's finally sunny. First day of real sunshine since I started this trip, which makes me extremely happy because I'm dry for once.
Standing out in the rain with your thumb out.
Yeah, like when it's weather like this, I don't care if it takes 2 hours to find a ride, 3 hours. I'm enjoying being outside.
Yeah.
The bugs aren't fully out yet. I don't know if they get bad here like during the daytime or it's more just, I don't know what the bugs are like here. That can bring things down if you're getting bit and stuff like that.
Yeah, bugs aren't actually too bad here, especially off of when you're on the coast.
Yeah.
You get the breeze quite a bit.
And the breeze does keep them down, yeah. Because when weather's nice, that's like the only thing that brings me down is if there's things biting me. Because it's hard to look friendly and inviting while you're hitchhiking if there's things like in your eyes and ears, like just like pestering you.
Yeah.
And then you kind of look insane because you're like swiping at your face. And then no one wants to pick you up because, you look insane.
Yeah. It's not too bad here, although like where we're at now, we're inland a bit, so this should be pretty.
This one buggy out here. Yeah. But you can kind of tell how buggy an area is based off of the windshield conditions you go through.
Well, this is all the way from Portland, so.
Yeah, so from all the way from Portland, that's not bad. You can tell the bugs are out, they're just not crazy. Mick, I've picked up a few hitchhikers in my life. I just don't drive anymore, so I don't have the opportunity to pick people up because I don't have a car. But when I do see people, I do pick them up. I'm like returning the favor. People have been so nice to me that when I have the opportunity, I help them.
So does it show where your listeners are from? Or?
It doesn't show me, but quite often they'll tell me. So I have some regular people, like a guy from Wales, a guy from Kansas, one person in England that's from Russia, Toronto, Canada.
And all over the world, isn't that nice?
Yeah, so the guy talking right now is from Minnesota.
Oh, what part?
What part of Minnesota are you from, Mick? You spent some time there? It'll take a second. It's like a...
Yeah, no, I lived in Duluth, Minnesota for 7 years.
Duluth, okay.
Yeah. Freaking cold.
Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Been there many times.
Yeah.
I left Duluth. It was minus 45 degrees with the wind chill. I said I'm never going back. Never.
Last winter I decided, because I worked in the outdoor industry selling outdoor gear, so I had access to good gear.
Yeah.
I decided to hitchhike to the Canadian Arctic in winter.
This is that deli shop I was telling you about.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot around here though, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
We're
you
keep
down.
going. Okay.
I'll drop you off in Port Orford. That way it'll give you a good place to film and also pick up another ride as well.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
And it's on the south end of town too, so it's
Yeah,
right
that's
where you
where I
want to
wanna
be.
be.
So.
You know how to hitchhike. Because yeah, people drive from the north end of town, then you have to walk to the south end of town. It's like like
now, if you do need something in town, then it's nice. Okay, I
then you get to walk past all the facilities and stuff like that. But
back in my younger years.
And Mick says Duluth is amazing.
It's a great place.
Yeah, he agrees with me.
There's a nice little place. I listened to Charlie Parr, which is a musician, and his home type of. He's pretty famous for bluegrass, but his home is at a brewery there in downtown Duluth. I'd go to all the time. It's fantastic. So he'd sit there and play just for free on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And then he'd go travel the world and do his shows, and he'd come back and play for free on Wednesdays. So it's pretty awesome. If you like bluegrass, I'm a big fan. So.
Yeah. It says yes, sir. I've heard of him. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go. And I think it's great when you have a moment like that where like it was just me and you talking, then I have my stories, you have your stories, but then there's also people that like
That's what it's all about. So.
Yeah, go Timberwolves.
Bring the questions. I don't mind.
Yeah.
The most I've done on the internet was TeamSpeak, or talking to friends playing the same game or whatever.
Yeah.
I was big on World of Warcraft for a long time.
World of Warcraft, eh?
Oh yeah.
I'm streaming on a website called Twitch TV, which started out as a video game streaming website. And just more recently, it's got into IRL, in real life. Yeah, I'll give you a. Don't want to distract you from driving, but I got a business card.
Oh, okay.
That's me.
Yeah. I will definitely pull you up.
Yeah, and people like I've had a few drivers come back and like hang out and chat and stuff like that, and like chat likes it because it's like they saw us like drive together, and then later you come back and they can ask you more questions and stuff because
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
I took a trip from here to the Grand Canyon and back.
Yep.
I have a little Kawasaki dual sport.
Yeah.
And so I camped the whole way there and back. And I just met so many people, when I stayed in the redwoods. Actually, I went across to Lasson's National Park and down to Tahoe and then down that way to get to Grand Canyon. But when I came back, I went over to LA and then up. And then took the coast up. And my last night that I was out camping, to top it off, I stayed in the redwoods. But I pitched my tent inside a redwood. It was awesome, just to top that off.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Like, was it naturally hollowed out, or like
it was a natural hollowed out one. Well, I think the lightning hit it or something, and it broke down or whatever. So it was big, huge open spot, and I've got a big 3-person tent that I throw in there.
Yeah.
Really well. So.
Yeah, my home's just a little one-man tent. My bag doesn't even.
Well,
fit
when you have
everything.
to carry it, you wanna go small.
But also, like, what I do at the end of the day is I just, like, I'm out of daylight, I just walk into the woods somewhere and set down my tent, and when it's like a dense forest in place, like, it's a one-man tent, so the footprint's only, like, just a little bit wider than my shoulders, and, like, 7 feet long, so you don't need that much clear space to be able to find a spot to set it down.
So one of those low ones with the dome or whatever, kind of slide yourself in a little bit?
It's actually quite, it's a side entry, so you don't have to, like, crawl in like that.
Oh, okay.
You do get enter from the side, and it's just a 2-pull, cross-pull. I can set it up in, like, 2 minutes.
Nice.
Which is nice, because at the end of the day when you're tired and it's pouring rain out, it kind of sucks to have some huge setup process. Or, like, have a non-freestanding tent where, like, you have to, like, make sure it's staked out properly to even stand up. It's a simple freestanding tent that I've slept hundreds of nights in, and I love it. But I treat it pretty rough, so I've just noticed on this trip, because of all the rain, that it's no longer really water resistant. So that's the problem I've been running into, is if it's a solid raining night, regardless of the ground I set it on, like even if I pick good ground where it's not cooling beneath me, like the rain just like flows in and it accumulates, and I have like a pool at the bottom of my tent in the morning, which isn't ideal. But
that's not very pleasant.
Yeah. Such is life. But now we're in California. It doesn't rain in California. Or not in California yet, but almost.
Well, it's been raining quite well, but it's still pretty dry in California.
Yeah. Have to go. You a cool driver, man. Thanks for picking up our bud here. Alright, see ya, Mick. Have a good one, man.
Mick. Where was he from? Minnesota?
Minnesota guy, yeah.
Who else do we got? Anybody else out there?
I think he's like it's just one other guy that said go Timberwolves. But it's not
Timberwolves. No, come on, you need the Blazers.
Blazers, apparently.
Yeah, they kind of threw the last game, and I don't know what they're going to do this time. I was so disappointed. I was looked up, and they're 6 points behind. They're 12 points behind. I was like, you guys.
Giving up on them.
What's that?
You gave up on them?
Oh, I was never a huge Blazer fan, but my uncle is, who I stay in with.
Okay.
So I'll watch the Blazer. I've been to a few Blazer games, actually.
Yeah.
Used to be the Clippers, but they abandoned San Diego, so I no longer follow them either. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's all hockey up in Canada.
Yeah. And curling. Don't forget curling.
Yeah, we like curling too. I don't watch curling.
I'll tell you what, I watched the Olympic curling.
Yeah?
I loved
like it?
Yeah, I've done it once when I was in Minnesota, obviously, where it's frozen like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But it's fun to play. I mean, it's a great game to play.
Yeah.
But,
you've curled a few times?
Yeah, well, once. I played one game.
Yeah, I'm Canadian. I've never tried
one
curling.
Cricket game.
Yeah.
Never again. I mean, all you do is sit out there and watch the grass grow as they're playing a little bit, and then you run back in, and didn't care for that. Now rugby, on the other hand, that's fun.
Yeah.
I actually played, when I lived in England, I played on the team of rugby for a couple years.
Oh, yeah.
I had a blast.
Yeah, rugby's getting popular in Canada.
Is it?
Yeah, more so, yeah. My high school, that was their most successful sport, was rugby.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That'd be a big change for it. I mean, I never even heard of rugby until I got to England. So.
Yeah.
And then when I lived in Australia, they played the Australian rules rugby.
Yeah.
Totally different sport.
Yeah.
Totally different. We're just about there. It's just around the corner here.
Sounds good.
Pick someone else up and continue on.
See where we're going. Yeah.
And
Yeah, when the
going out
weather's
back
nice,
road,
yeah.
it's just, there's nothing like it. But again, I'm getting too old. This is too much of a hassle because it's second hand or aftermarket top. It's not the original, and it takes forever to get down and back up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when I take it down, I want to leave it down for days.
Yeah.
It's all the rust on the sides. Live on the coast. Running great when I traded it in for this, but there was so much rust on it because it grew up in Minnesota.
Yep, salt.
And then here on the coast, it just rusted. So I couldn't close the back anymore. I couldn't close the hood anymore. Rust all
Rusted all out, yeah.
I got 500, maybe just under 1,000 for it.
Okay.
Which I thought was pretty good for what I was.
Fair enough, yeah. Given the condition.
Yeah.
Before I started hitchhiking, I drove a 1990 Toyota Corolla, and I loved it.
The Corollas are fantastic.
I loved it.
Yeah. Back in my high school years, we had the first car was a Datsun B210.
Yeah.
It was burnt orange, and I'd surfed a lot, so I had surf racks on top.
Yeah.
And I made sure they were green, so it looked like a pumpkin. And then my second one was the Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a solid car.
Toyotas are a good car.
Cheap to maintain, and you could kind of run them to death. And I just like the older cars of it. I can feel everything it's telling me through the gas pedal. It's character when you drive it.
You feel it. You know it. It's tight on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And I've had many cars. Now, does the text come up? Is that how you see it? Or?
Yeah, chat will come up, and then I can bring it back up. Yeah. If there's a lot of people talking, it can be difficult to keep up because I only have 4 messages on screen and they're going up.
They're flying through.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll catch one.
Because I try to answer every question, respond to every kind of query, but sometimes you miss stuff based off of what's happening.
Yeah. And your screen tends to go dead quite a bit too, or not dead, but it shuts off when you're not seeing anything. Does it pop back up when the text comes? Or?
Yeah, so that'll pop up when you get a new message, and then it goes down after a few seconds.
This is Port Orford, probably the windiest place on the coast.
Nice.
Yeah. It gets pretty bad here.
It's a pretty calm day today, though.
Yeah, it is a calm
At least
day,
so far.
it's not
Sometimes
too
it picks
bad.
up in the evening, but yeah.
Back, they did a huge country western festival.
Yeah.
Just down this road here.
Yep.
For a few years, and then people were complaining too much because of the wind and stuff, so they moved it over to Medford or Grants Pass or something like that.
You a country music fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't set my radio station to it, but I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
In fact, I was a huge Garth Brooks fan when he was out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I grew up not liking it, and then I moved to Calgary, Alberta for a year, which is Alberta is, we kind of call it the Texas of Canada. It's your oil rig workers and all that. And kind of a lot of people I knew there listen to country, so I learned to like it.
Well, that's how I found bluegrass. Is in Minnesota. All my friends, it's put the bluegrass on. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I actually discovered bluegrass from hitchhiking. One guy picked me up and he had satellite radio and he had it on the bluegrass channel, and we drove for 2,000 kilometers, so 1,500 miles or something like that, or just under. And at first I'm like, oh god, here we go. 20 hours of bluegrass, but it's actually really good. I enjoy bluegrass.
Alright, so let me drop you off slide over here, and you'll see it's an open place.
Yeah.
Ocean behind it, all this stuff.
Perfect. Perfect. Probably take a couple-minute break, have some water, refresh the stream at a little bit higher quality because now we're in a place where they probably have okay signal.
Yeah, and you should have pretty good signal all the way down, maybe watching a couple spots.
Yeah.
But should be good to Gold Beach, and then fairly decent down to Brookings to the border. So.
Perfect.
All right, and there's a grassy area just behind this thing. So.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Take a little picnic. All right. Well, I really appreciate you giving me a ride.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
No worries. I just hope when I'm out there again that something will do the same. Get it? Pull that up and pull it. And that can slide forward too. It might give you a little extra room to pull it out. You might have to push it back first to do that. Yeah, push that back. Push this back. And then slide it forward. That thing weighs probably as much as you do.
Pretty much. Jeez. All that extra streaming gear. Batteries.
What, do you have to run around the shower to get wet or what? Come on now.
Yeah, it's the heaviest my bag has ever been because of all that streaming gear. Now, do you mind? I'm trying to keep like a log of the different types of people to pick me up. Do you mind if we get a picture together?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Awesome.
Where you want it? That's that rock I was telling you about. This is where what happens to all the settlers when they're on that rock.
Yeah.
Well, you can probably read this there. Take a picture of whatever. Alright, here. Let me and you have a good trip and good luck.
I'll need it.
There's restrooms here and there's you can get water. Or
Yeah.
up there.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, man.
Yeah. See ya. Hello. Let's just update. On the road again. Man, had some good rides today. Steve and Gary. Good guys. I'm going to, for those of you who are watching, stream's not ending. I'm just going to restart the stream at a higher resolution. Actually, I'm just going to test the internet speeds first, but I'm going to restart the stream if we have a faster connection, just so you guys can see things better. Looks like we do. Looks like it's a lot better here. Let's see, 22 down, 24 down. What kind of upload we get? Oh yes, baby. 12 up. That's excellent. I did give him my business card, Christina, so I'm trying to remember it. Actually, I need to get more out of my backpack because that was my last one in my wallet, so I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to quickly restart the stream at a higher resolution and a higher bitrate because we have fast internet here. It can support a faster stream than what we're running it at. So the stream's going to end, but it's coming right back in 20 seconds or something like that once I up the resolution and bitrate. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.